Okay, this is part two. Sorry about the interruption. Doctors calling, confirming appointments for surgery. Okay, we're going to try to get this done. Again, we're back on the chat session number 29. And I was getting ready to talk about this deal with Eli Manning of the Giants being benched. Last 4 games of the season, they're 2-9. And they're going to put in somebody, Geno Smith. And I think it's a shame that somebody, I'm not a Giants fan by any means, but I am a person that sees, a legend for that organization, and that'd be Eli Manning. And there comes a time when they make decisions, as an organization to do whatever to improve, blah, blah, blah. Now, if they had a chance at the playoffs and Eli Manning was sucking real bad or just not into it, yeah, that's one thing. Bench him, bring somebody and get you to the playoffs, whatever. But they're 2-9. Eli Manning has a 210 consecutive starting record, second in the NFL. This is since 2004, I believe, when he started playing with the Giants. He leads the Giants quarterback-wise in probably every category they have, rating quarterbacks for the Giants franchise. He has 2 Super Bowl MVP years in his tenure, and still has a lot of fight in him. He's a competitor, and I think that the way it was presented that I saw on GMFB, I watch that every morning, and they really were talking about it a lot today. And I agree with Nate Burleson when he said that one of the excuses was moving forward, they want to see what they have in their backup quarterbacks. And I agree with him when he said that they know what they have. They see him in practice. They're the ones who picked him up. They know what they have. Don't get all drawn into that, and I agree with that. I think it's just a panic move. This is also talked about on GMFB. And I just, what happened to a little bit of dignity when you're been with an organization that long, where they announce it like this could be your last game with the Giants, the last game of the year, and the fans can check it out and enjoy a moment. But instead, they've managed to just bombshell it. Hey, we're starting somebody else, and blah, blah, blah. I feel for Eli on that. I don't think it was a very tactful move at this point of the season. Let the legend finish, let him finish his year. If you don't want him after that, you're going to go a different direction. There's a lot better ways to handle that when somebody like Eli Manning, who has done so much for the Giants franchise over his years. So, I just, it's disappointing when decisions are made and they're not planned out very well. And that's a direct reflection of the Giants organization in my mind at this point. They didn't really think about this very well. It was a panic move. But it's their team. They're going to do what they want. I'm just outsider looking in, not even a Giants fan. But I think this, certain people that play the game deserve a little respect, and I think Eli Manning's up there with them. That many games without missing, that kind of thing. And, he's been hit and knocked around quite a bit in his career. But I think that they should let him finish and announce it at, last game of the season. No matter what the record is, announce it. This could be his last year. The organization's going in a different direction. That's just my opinion. Now, like I said, it's not my team. I'm not a billionaire. But the fans deserve, also a little bit of recognition in this. The people who support the Giants, that make the team what it is, the fans, I think they deserve an opportunity to say farewell to something that's been a part of the Giants for a very long time and has done quite a bit of good things for the Giants organization as well. But like I said, maybe the truth be told, they don't care about their fans, and that's just my opinion too. I don't have no facts, but to not allow the fans to say farewell to a sports icon in New York, I think it's sort of shitty, actually. Excuse my French, but anyway, okay, enough about that. On to other stuff. I don't understand about this whole drive to sell weapons from our government. Trump's been organizing all these weapon sales all around the world, and who's benefiting from that? I know defense contractors are the ones who are friends with Trump, the ones who have a lot of money and associate with people like Trump, and get special favors done, maybe. And I'm being sincere about that. I wonder who's really benefiting, and why do we got to continually to sell weapons when they're going to be turned around and used against somebody or something, and will we be back involved because they're American weapons or whatever? I mean, what is the plan? And why do we have all this defense spending if we're selling all these weapons? Put that money in the defense budget that they get off the sale of those weapons. Where does that money go? Put that into the defense spending. Quit putting all our money in defense spending. Take that money from those sales that those defense contractors are getting their billions from and put it back into the budget. It's ridiculous to allow companies, outside contractors, to make all this money from money that the government's spending for them to make these weapons, and then we're turning around and brokering the sales. Why not just broker the sales and put that money back into the defense budget? Maybe that's too simple. I don't know. Again, that's just my opinion. And I think that everyone should take a look at that. We have all this defense spending, and so we're giving this money to these contractors, and then Trump's out there negotiating weapon sales. And I mean, is there not ethics about being in a position of power and using it to gain financially? I thought there was laws against that, and ethics violations concerning that, and he's the president. But enough's enough with that. I see this pie graph with this huge defense portion of our budget, and we have trillions of dollars in debt. I don't even know what it is. I gave up counting a long time ago, and we're not doing anything about it. We're spending more money than ever. It was supposed to be a slow down, clean up of the swamp, promised by Trump, and all I'm seeing is spending like crazy. And they can blame anything, but when the bottom line comes, they're the ones voted to spend the money. It's ridiculous. But anyway, enough about that. We're going to go get some rest. I'm going to end my video here. Here we go. Be truthful, be happy, and let's look out for each other, okay? Big weekend in football coming up, actually tomorrow, Thursday, Dallas and Redskins. I picked Dallas. I think that it's time for them to get it together, and I think they'll beat the Redskins. But Seattle, they'll win their game this Sunday. I do believe they're playing this Sunday. So go Seattle. Have a great Wednesday afternoon.